up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours, where we do have some topics to discuss. Of course, we are approaching deadline day in the Mercado, and Barcelona still have a lot of things to do. Firstly, they are planning another signing alongside the Joao Cancelo deal. We have some updates about that. And of course, another Joao that could end up joining Barcelona is Joao Felix. Joao Laporta internally is pushing for his transfer. We have updates on that. But Barcelona, in terms of Deco and Xavi, the sporting sector, do want to sign an attacking midfielder. Looks like Lo Celso will not be that, as Tottenham do want a permanent move for Lo Celso to sell him. They have now officially ruled out a loan, so either Barcelona going for a permanent move or they will have to look at some alternative options. So again, Barcelona are planning on another signing alongside Joao Cancelo. So again, the question is, who will it be? But of course, with players coming in, players will leave the club this summer. We have a huge update in terms of the defensive sales. Garcia, Clement Lenglet, and Alonso have all been rumored to leave to their respective clubs. We have an update on their future with 100% guaranteed that one of them will end up leaving by the end of the transfer window. And someone who is again reconsidering his future is Abde, following not playing any minutes against Villarreal. He's now having some doubts about his future. We also have an update on the future of Ansu Fati as well. Raphinha showing some interest from Chelsea, and also we have big contract renewal updates on Fermin, Lopez, Alejandro Balde, and Yamal. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, first, we're going to be discussing, of course, Barcelona's latest addition to the squad, and that is, of course, Joao Cancelo. Again, confirmation of the deal being completed. We got the Fabrizio Romano, here we go, and everyone else has basically confirmed it as well. But there is now some questions in regards to the structure of the deal. We all thought it would be an initial loan deal, buy option, but now there's some rumors saying there's actually no buy option. It is just a straight loan deal. Roger Solero and Ferran Martinez Mundo Deportivo came out saying that finally the agreement to sign Joao Cancelo does not include any buy option. It will be a simple loan because of the deal, like with the buy option of 25 million euros, which could become mandatory under certain conditions, was agreed. It would have counted in the FFP of the season. Barcelona and Man City can negotiate a permanent transfer for Cancelo next year depending on his performances. Now, Joao Romero and Fabrizio Romano are both still saying there is a buy option. I believe also Ferran Corazon Sports saying that. I think Luis Rojo is saying there's no buy option. Manu Sanz, who's very close, of course, Jorge Mendes, saying there's no buy option. So very 50-50 on this. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, either way, we've gotten the player, and I think if it's a simple loan buy option or just a loan in general, it's still a fantastic operation for Barcelona. Now, yesterday in the Here We Go video, I did mention that he had a scheduled flight, Joao Cancelo, to Barcelona last night, but that did end up getting cancelled a few hours later because Barcelona still didn't have the deal fully done yet. Joao Romero came out saying that Barcelona are waiting for money from the German company to arrive between yesterday and today. They believe that part of it would have arrived yesterday, but it didn't. Jorge Mendes has scheduled Joao Cancelo's flight for later today for now, which is cancelled, but apparently he has a flight booked for today. He has a hotel reserved as well. Joao Romero was on stream calling up hotels, pretending to be a taxi, trying to figure out where Cancelo was staying. In the end, he found out where it was, and look, Cancelo's going to join. It's just a matter of when. Then we'll find out the exact structure of the operation. Again, 100% it will be a loan, whether there's going to be a loan fee and what's the buy option, mandatory, non-mandatory, that still remains to be seen. There's also a very consensus agreement that there's no loan fee that Barcelona is playing as well. So again, another masterclass from the board on completing this deal. So again, just waiting on that German money, which should be coming in later on today. We heard it was going to be last night, but didn't come in. So Barcelona this today are expecting around 40 million euros from the German company to help with everything, registration and signing players as well. But again, no worries, Joao Cancelo will be 100% a blaugrana player by the end of the transfer window. Now, another Joao from Portugal who could also end up joining Barcelona this summer in the last 3 days of the transfer window is, of course, Joao Felix. Now, Alex Pentel from Relivos come out saying that Joao Felix is a real option, but it's not an easy one. Right now, Atletico Madrid asked Barcelona to pay his full salary, a loan fee as well to sign him, which Barcelona neither can nor want to do. Sportingly, Laporta is strongly committed to Joao Felix, while Deco and Xavi he is not a priority for. The coach rather wants to sign a creative midfielder. Barcelona can consider Felix's arrival as long as Atletico subsequently lowered their economic demands with some exits, which are forecast. There can be a margin for Barcelona. Also, Rosellero and Martinez from Deportivo came out saying the signing of Joao Felix will only be contemplated if there is an exit in the attack. Right now, Abde or Ansu are the only candidates who can leave. So it's in Barcelona's hand. Atletico Madrid have set their conditions, and Barcelona have set their conditions. It's now just time to negotiate, essentially. But again, Deco and Xavi do not want Joao Felix. I think they're not opposed to Joao Felix, but they don't really want to go for him. They have other priorities, which thank God they do. And yet again, it is Joan Laporta, the Barcelona president, who is pushing for this signing for some weird reason. But again, the conditions are set with Atletico Madrid and also with Barcelona, because an exit in the attack is needed. Because again, it makes no sense. You have Abde, you have Ansu, you have Fermin, you have Raphinha, you have Yamal, you have Lewandowski, you have Victor Roque. That's already 7 forwards for only, right now Xavi's only playing with 2 attackers, so it makes no sense. So I'm now getting more and more content with the Joao Felix situation, because I know now that A, Barcelona will not overpay, and B, if we do end up signing him, it's because we have somewhat of a vacancy in the attack. And now we don't have to sell anyone in the attack to bring in Joao Felix. It just makes sense logically. So we're just waiting on how things materialize. If someone does leave in the attack, of course the Joao Felix operation will accelerate heavily, and if no one leaves, Joao Felix very, very unlikely. Now, for Romano, who's been all over the Joao Felix rumors, he's probably the #1 source in regards to Joao Felix joining Barcelona, because you know Joao Felix told him he wants to join Barcelona. He came out saying the only way for Joao Felix to not end up at Barcelona before the end of the transfer window is if Barcelona informs Jorge Mendes they won't try to get him, which they haven't done yet, which is very, very key. So Barcelona have not told Jorge Mendes, hey, we do not want Joao Felix. They've left that door completely open, and that's, you know, smart from Barcelona. They want to keep their options open. That's completely understandable. And Fabrizio Romano also said if he does not go to Barcelona, he'll probably end up in Saudi Arabia. We're hearing Benfica are interested. Liverpool are showing some interest, but the resources are not too great on that. Look, at the end of the day, if Joao Felix does end up joining Barcelona, it will be a very favorable operation in the sense there won't be a loan fee. We won't have to come on amortization, just straight loan, salary covered, maybe chuck in a buy option as well. And I don't think we have to sell Ansu or Abde to bring him in either. It's just going to come down to, I think Victor Roque's future just depend a lot on this, because if you bring in Joao Felix, I don't think Victor Roque joins in January. I think he will wait until the summer, because there's no point. He's not going to get any minutes whatsoever, and also registration will be a massive problem as well. So, like with Joao Felix for the past month and a half now, it's going to go on and on until the final seconds of the transfer window. But again, Barcelona leaving the door open for now. But again, Xavi and Deco not too keen on Joao Felix at the moment. They rather have an attacking midfielder, but Joan Laporta is pushing for the Portuguese forward. Now, in regards to Barcelona signing an attacking midfielder, the main target has always been, of course, Bernardo Silva, but after that, the plan B, you could say, Giovani Lo Celso. The club are very optimistic about signing him on loan, and of course, I told you guys a few videos ago that on Monday, of course, yesterday, Tottenham and Giovani Lo Celso were set to have a meeting to decide its future, and we do have the outcome of that meeting. Matteo Marito from Relivo has come out saying that after yesterday's meeting between Giovani Lo Celso's entourage and Tottenham, it is possible for him to stay at Spurs. Tottenham have reiterated the idea that he would not be able to leave on loan, and only a permanent deal will be considered. So again, like Tony Juan Martí said and other sources as well, no loan is available for Lo Celso. It has to be a straight transfer. Apparently Tottenham want around 20 to 25 million for Lo Celso, which I think, to be honest, is not that bad of an operation, but it comes down to Barcelona executing that. Look, keep in mind, we are 3 days out until this window closes. Barca Athletic has spent more money than the first team in the transfer window. Don't get that twisted. Don't forget that. So I think 100% the club have money to sign players. It's just about fitting them in financial fair play. If we have the wage structure to fit Lo Celso, I honestly rather spend 20 million on Lo Celso than bring in Joao Felix on a loan. 100%. I wouldn't even stutter executing that operation, but we'll wait and see. Again, I have not heard any other player that has been rumored to be that new creative midfielder. We had some Alex Benya reports very early on in the summer that never materialized. It was always either Bernardo Silva or Lo Celso. We might have to bet on Fermin Lopez, who we'll talk about, of course, at the end of the video. He could be that creative midfielder option off the bench. we'll wait and see how things go. Again, the club are going to sign someone else apart from Joao Cancelo. The big question is who. We thought it could be Lo Celso, but now it looks like it's very, very unlikely. Now, with La Liga having strict financial rules and also signing rules as well, usually clubs inform the league headquarters on what movements they plan on doing to have space and document ready to, push the green light on. And Joao has always been very well known around Barcelona's communication with La Liga, and he came out saying there was another meeting between La Liga and top clubs of the league regarding fair play. Barcelona in that meeting notified La Liga that 3 departures and 2 arrivals are expected by the end of this window. Very, very interesting. 2 arrivals, of course, one of them is Joao Cancelo, the other one probably, very disappointingly, will be Joao Felix. It could be someone else last second out the bag. You just never know. I've seen Barcelona be linked with someone in a day, then sign him. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in January. We were linked with, I think, Adama Traore on like a Saturday. Sign him on a Monday. So something can come up. But again, the club have told La Liga they're planning on 3 exits, 2 signings. Now, 3 exits is quite big. Joao came out saying that the attention must remain on the future of these 4 players: Abde Ezzalzouli, Clement Lenglet, Marcos Alonso, and Eric Garcia. We do have an update on all 4 of their futures, what we'll talk about in just a few seconds, but the fact that we have 3 planned departures is absolutely shocking. I don't know why, I don't know who, what, when, where, why, but it doesn't make sense. I think Lenglet, obviously get rid of him, but Alonso would be nice as well, but why 3? Is it because we need space? Is it because there's interest and the coach doesn't want him? Is it because the player wants to leave? I have no idea, but the fact that the club have told La Liga we're expecting 3 departures and 2 signings is very, very worrying for me, because I don't know what the club is cooking. Hopefully it's something good, but I think the complete opposite. I think the club are probably thinking about, getting rid of Alonso, Lenglet, maybe Abde, and then bringing in Felix and Cancelo, which I don't think really is enough in my humble opinion, but we'll wait and see how things materialize. But with these signs coming in, like, Cancelo's already a done deal, Felix might come in, maybe the midfielder, exits are still required. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours, or the player who is essentially 100% set in stone to leave Barcelona is Clement Lenglet, and now there is a bidding war for the signing of the French center back. Fran Martinez from Deportivo and also Mateo Morita from Liga have both come out saying that Real Betis are now interested in Clement Lenglet and have emerged as an option for the French player. You love a bidding war for players that you want to get rid of. Again, the current rumor is that Lenglet is close to Sevilla, and apparently the club are trying to push for a 2-year loan operation instead of 1. Again, Lenglet does have 3 years left on his contract until 2026, so the 23-24 season, 24-25, and then 25-26. He still has 3 years left, so if we can get a 3-year loan, that would be fantastic, but most likely it will be either a 1 or a 2. Again, it comes down to Barcelona not paying his salary. Again, he's earning 16 million euros gross, which is astronomically disgraceful by the previous board, them who should not be named. The club don't want to pay any of that, but no one wants to cover that, and it looks like Lenglet isn't really too keen on reducing that in any way to help facilitate his exit, which is a bit concerning. We saw a lot of players make the sacrifice, like Memphis Depay recently, Hector Bellerin, Felipe Coutinho, Antoine Griezmann, all these players who, took a reduction to leave Barcelona, not because they cared about their money, but they cared about their career, their status, and their legacy. But clearly Lenglet, you could say, is in it for the money, which fair enough. He's been given the contract, you can't blame him whatsoever, but it's a bit of a shame that we're stuck with this player because he does not want to give up any part of his money. Nonetheless, there are clubs interested. It's just now about finding the agreement. I think the agreement will come, but let's hope that Barcelona don't end up paying any part of his salary. We get rid of him in some way, shape, or form, but it looks like right now, with the window closing very nearly, that Barcelona could end up paying a slight chunk of Lenglet's salary for the season. Now, a player's future that currently remains very uncertain is the future of Marcos Alonso, as he is currently attracting interest from the 3rd biggest club in the world in Manchester United. Now, Sport have come out saying that Manchester United has submitted an official loan offer to Barcelona for Marcos Alonso. According to reports, it is a 1-year loan, but then they would sign Alonso on a permanent deal when his loan expires, because that's when his contract at Barcelona expires. So technically speaking, they've offered Alonso a 2-year contract and have offered Barcelona to take him out on loan and cover his full salary for that loan. So it's just in Barcelona getting rid of him for free. Now, Luis Rojo from Marca has come out saying that Manchester United have offered a 2-year contract to Marcos Alonso. The first year he'd go out on loan. This would force Barcelona to go into the transfer market for another fullback. Now, we are planning on making 2 signings. I'd rather that other signing be a fullback than Joao Felix. I'll tell you that right now for free, especially if we get rid of Marcos Alonso. Now you're looking at Ivan Fresneda joining Sporting for $9 million. That could be the steal of the summer, but nonetheless, Fermin Martinez from Deportivo came out saying that if Joao Cancelo arrives and Marcos Alonso decides to leave Barcelona, Barcelona will have Cancelo, Inigo Martinez, and Roberto, who can play in Balde's position and be the backup left back. And Manchester United have seriously asked Barcelona about the services of Alonso. So Fermin Martinez is saying that if Alonso is sold, Barcelona will bet in-house. Cancelo can play left back, Inigo Martinez can play there. I have seen Sergio Roberto play left back a couple of times, especially during the Ernesto Valverde era as well. You have Mikhail Faye as well that can be an option there. So the club are basically saying to the media, if we do get rid of Alonso, we probably most likely will not bring in a reinforcement. Now, Fabrizio Romano has come out saying that Manchester United have received the green light from Barcelona to sign Marcos Alonso, but they also have the green light from Chelsea and Tottenham for Cucurella and Reguilon respectively. It is now up to Manchester United who they pursue. So essentially, Barcelona have said yes to United, like, yeah, we can take him on a loan, cover his salary, then sign him on for free. But the issue is that Marcos Alonso is the one that is saying no. Alex Pentel from Renewal has come out saying that Manchester United have insistently asked Barcelona. Manchester United have asked about Marcos Alonso and would offer him a 2-year contract. Alonso's future remains unclear as Barcelona consider that Cancelo can act as Balde's alternative at the left back position. So now Barcelona are open to letting go of Alonso, and thank God for that. If they rejected this offer from United, that could have been the second dumbest move in their history of the board, of course, their regime right now. The first being giving this man a contract renewal. But Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo has come out saying that Marcos Alonso has known about the interest from Manchester United for a very long time, but he does not want to leave Barcelona. He wants to succeed as a Barcelona player. However, he also realizes that the market is unpredictable and United are offering him a much higher salary. I am Marcos Alonso, okay? I joined Barcelona. I came for free. I'm earning a lot of money. I'm not playing. I am a squad player. Manchester United are offering me more money for me to be a starter because both their left backs are injured and also their center backs are crap as well, so I could be coming in as a center back. I want to succeed at Barcelona. You will never, ever, ever, ever start ahead of Alejandro Balde. Alejandro Balde on one leg I would prefer over Alonso at left back. I am 100% being serious. I am not even kidding. Now, Ben Jacobs, who of course is very close to Chelsea and has good sources in the Premier League as well, has come out saying that Manchester United are exploring a range of options for the left back position. So they have been inquired about Marcos Alonso, but their priority is Marc Cucurella. Of course, there's some sense in that, but you never know. Maybe an agreement can be reached there. Apparently, Alonso is number 2 in line from Cucurella himself and Reguilon. But again, United have offered Barcelona a loan, cover his salary, and then they will offer him another deal. And Barcelona, like everyone has said, from the likes of Fabrizio Romano, Alex Pentel, Luis Rojo, they've all said that Barcelona have said yes, which I think is a positive. Again, Barcelona cannot do much more than say yes. It's now down to the player to decide. Hopefully he does end up leaving, because I think that would be a massive, massive bonus. You save on $9 million to get rid of a player who's not really helping the squad that much. I'd rather play Inigo Martinez at left back, or rather have Mikhail Faye play there, or whoever you want to play there. I'd rather have them there. Even Abde at left back. I mean, if he wants to play, he can play. So, well, when it's with Alonso, again, nothing really concrete in the sense that he will join Manchester United. Again, the offer is there, but right now the main rumor is that Alonso does not want to leave Barcelona. But again, he can be persuaded. Let's hope he does end up being persuaded. The question really is if he does end up leaving, will Barcelona go into the market and find a replacement? That still remains to be seen. That probably comes down to Xavi once that official news to him that Alonso is leaving comes in. But for now, the interest for Manchester United is very, 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 very concrete. Barcelona have already given the green light from their offer. It's just now down to Alonso to make his decision. Now, another Barcelona Spanish defender who is also set to make a decision on his future is Eric Garcia, who is now considering a little bit the offer that he has received on loan from Girona. Candacer, of course, the journalist from the Girona side, very, very reliable, has come out saying that Eric Garcia, who would be willing to leave, has set Girona as his first choice if he does end up leaving Barcelona. He's already even talked to several Girona players who could end up being his teammates. But Xavi does not want Garcia to leave. The only player Xavi wants to leave in the part of the defense is Clement Lenglet. So again, Xavi does want Alonso and Eric Garcia to stay. Of course he does. With Eric Garcia, I would want him to stay as well, because again, if Alonso's going to leave, we're going to need more numbers in the defense. Now, Fran Martinez Deportivo came out saying there are several teams interested in Eric Garcia, including Girona. Although Xavi and the coaching staff want him to stay, the player himself will have the final say. So again, it comes down to Eric Garcia. Look, I think he's played a decent amount of minutes this season. Of course, I think he played against Getafe. He got 45 minutes against Villarreal. I think he came on for a couple minutes against Cadiz as well. He did very well in preseason. We have Araujo, who's injury prone. We have Christensen, who was, you know, on the doctor's office every other day. So I think he has a decent amount of chances to get minutes. And I also think he's done enough in preseason to show that, yes, you know, he can be trusted for a season. Now, Joao Cancelo came out saying that if Eric Garcia leaves to join only Girona exclusively, it will be a loan. Girona don't have money to pay for a transfer. So how does this benefit Barcelona? Like, we're going to let go of Eric Garcia on loan to our league direct rival. For what? For him to get minutes when he can get minutes at Barcelona? It makes no sense. And we end up selling him, good offer comes in, I completely understand. But just to loan him, I think would be very, very idiotic. If he comes to me and says, look, I want to leave, but I want to go out on loan to get minutes. I don't want to leave Barcelona per se. I would say, look, mate, you're gonna get minutes this season. The season's very long. We have games every other week. Araujo is on one leg. Christensen is basically best mates with the doctor. You're gonna get minutes. Inigo Martinez, we have no idea how he's gonna come back from his injury. We're gonna end up needing you at some point. But if he's insisting that he wants to leave, I say, okay, fine, go find a club that wants to pay 15, 20 million euros for you, and we'll accept it. What's the point of letting him go out on loan? But again, it's not concrete with Eric Garcia. He's now essentially lifted an eyebrow, saying like, I could leave, I could not. He's just thinking about it. Nothing really concrete on him leaving or staying at the moment. So that's now two defenders at Barcelona, by the way, who could end up leaving, Eric Garcia and Marcos Alonso. But Ferran has come out saying that if Barcelona have to sell defender, it'll either be Eric Garcia or Marcos Alonso, but they will not both leave. Only one can go. Of course, Lenglet is in a class of his own. So the club would only let go of one of Alonso or Eric Garcia, which I think is the correct decision. And let's hope if one of them do end up leaving, it is Marcos Alonso, because I think losing out Eric Garcia is a bit of a blow for Barcelona. He already knows the system, the style, the language, the play. He's very versatile, even though sometimes he doesn't perform well. I think giving him a chance is very, very important. But we'll wait and see how things go. Again, nothing really concrete in the sense that he's leaving, but Eric Garcia is considering his future, and he will make a decision very, very soon. Now, a player who changes his mind every single second of every single day and is now thinking about leaving Barcelona for about the 5th time this transfer window is Abde Ezzalzouli. Now, in yesterday's video, I told you guys that, Abde's going to stay, but, you know, he didn't play against Villarreal, so it might change. Look at Barca boy, man. I live rent-free in the media's head. I can just predict. This is how my ball knowledge is just so elite. I can read reports 2 days before they come out. Alex Pentel and Mateo Marino from Liga have come out saying that Abde's departure is now a possibility again. The player was an unused sub against Villarreal, which have left him in doubt and disappointment. There was contact between Abde's camp and Barcelona yesterday morning, but the club and Xavi remain firm on their position about not allowing his departure, but no scenario can be ruled out right now. Again, you have a player who's in doubt. I think having Miguel tweeted like the Cruyff thing, if you doubt about playing for Barcelona, you should leave. With Abde, he just thinks that he's at a point in his career now where he needs to play. We see a lot of players who stay and get benched and end up not, you know, exceeding their full potential, and Abde does not want to suffer through that. You know what? It's fine. He's not a Barcelona player. He's not a Barcelona, you know, fan. He didn't come from the academy, so you can understand why he thinks this way. Completely fine, but the flip-flopping is a bit weird. One minute he goes, yes, okay, I'll stay, I'll stick it out. Then the first stump, he's like, oh, I want to leave. It's a bit childish, a bit weird in my opinion. But 30 million minimum. I would not sell Abde for a penny under 30 million euros. That hits a perfect, fair valuation market value. Bayern Leverkusen were apparently an option, but they have now signed another winger, so that's probably out of the question for Bayern Leverkusen. I think Mateo Marino even came out saying that it's very unlikely that Bayern Leverkusen going for Abde. We know that Betis and Osasuna are very interested in a loan, but Barcelona will only let him leave for a sale. So I think it's very, very unlikely that Abde leaves unless some big club comes in with some big money to persuade him. Apart from that, I don't think he'll leave. And I think him staying is very important because I don't want to sign Joao Felix. I think Abde will add way more to Barcelona than Joao Felix will. So wait and see with Abde. Again, keep your eyes on some news in regards to bids coming in for him, because they do come in and may turn his head and Barcelona's heads as well. But for now, I think it's more likely he'll end up staying. But again, final few days in the window, anything can happen. Now, another Barcelona winger that is attracting interest from the Premier League is your boy Raphinha, your Joga Bonito of Barcelona. Matt Law from The Telegraph, who is the #1 source around Chelsea, he came out saying that Chelsea could reactivate their interest in Raphinha. Of course, they've been interested in Raphinha ever since we beat them to signing him from that summer. Even afterwards, he was rumored to join January. And now this summer, Ben Jacobs, of course, who's very close to Chelsea as well, came out saying that Raphinha does not want to leave Barcelona. The type of deal is not going to come cheap for Chelsea either. Again, 100 million, he's all yours. I mean, if Chelsea bid 90 million plus and the club accepted, I wouldn't be that disappointed. I'd be a bit sad that Raphinha's going to leave. You know, I think he's a good player. I think he cares about the club. He loves Barcelona. Of course, there was we saw that Instagram story from his, I think it's his wife, girlfriend, his significant other, who posted a picture of Raphinha wearing his Barcelona shirt number 11. When he's even the number 11, he came home, didn't take it off. He was sleeping in it, doing everything in it. So I don't think Raphinha will leave unless Chelsea bid absolutely outrageous amount. But, you know, like we said about Abde, and like we said about everything else, and the Mercado, you just never know. But keep your eyes, Chelsea could be coming back in from Raphinha. But again, if Barcelona do end up selling Raphinha, it will be for a very, very hefty amount. But a winger who is likely to end up staying at Barcelona now is Ansu Fati. Ben Jacobs again came out saying that Premier League clubs that were tracking Ansu Fati were valuing him at almost half of Barcelona's valuation. Man United and Aston Villa were looking at him. They want to offer around 40-45 million euros, while Barcelona wanted around 70 to 90. It would be a surprise if anything happens regarding him for the rest of the transfer window. So in the end, it's quite clear that no club really wanted Ansu Fati apart from Wolves, where they actually bid a suitable amount to Barcelona, but Ansu Fati wasn't too keen on that move. Apart from that, there's no other club that, you know, matched the valuation of Barcelona to get rid of Ansu Fati. I think this is the correct move, but now it's a huge season for Ansu Fati ahead. I think from now until January, if he does not play too much, he could push for a loan in January, and if he does not play at all until the summer, I think he could be gone then. So it's a big season for Ansu Fati. I'm glad the club have trusted him. I'm glad he's given his trust in his ability as well to succeed at Barcelona. Our number 10, and hopefully this season he comes out good. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is to give you guys some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. And firstly, we have a contract renewal update on Fermin Lopez, which has probably been the quickest renewal I've ever seen as a Barcelona fan. Yesterday morning, Fabrizio Romano reported that Barcelona have open talks to offer a new contract to Fermin Lopez. And then yesterday evening, Jordan Gigantes broke the news saying that Fermin Lopez will sign his new contract with Barcelona today. His current deal ends in 2024, and he will sign for 4 more seasons until 2028. This has also been confirmed by Tony Juan Martí and also from Fabrizio Romano as well. So Fermin Lopez has renewed his deal with Barcelona, and of course Barcelona putting that trust in him. We went from, you know, it took us 48 hours to renew to check his contract, and now it's taking us under 24 hours to get Fermin Lopez on a new deal. So the club is moving very quickly on these renewals, which is, of course, is a great sign to see. You know, it took us a freaking year to renew Dembele's contract, and so it's very nice to see when the club want to get something done, they get it done quickly, because that's how you want to operate as a football club. But look, trusting Fermin Lopez, it's a fine move by me. I'm not really too upset about it. I think it is a bit early to rush to conclusions. All he did essentially, that just because he scored a goal in the Clasico does not mean you give him a new brand new 4-year deal. Of course, the club sees something in him. He's already, you know, very well scouted and touted before his preseason inclusion with Barcelona, but this is what the preseason done. Of course, last season it was Alejandro Balde, and this season it is Fermin Lopez. I do hope he comes good. I do see a player in him, but let's wait and see. It's still early days in my opinion. But Fermin Lopez has been awarded a new contract with Barcelona that he will sign later on today, and it will be for 4 more years until 2028, and it also will include a 400 million euro release clause. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of both Alejandro Balde and Lamine Yamal, who of course both agreed to new deals officially and signed them as well before traveling for the US tour back in July. To this day, end of August, it still has not been announced, but Joao Felix come out saying that both Lamine Yamal and Alejandro Balde will sign their contracts on Friday. So hopefully this Friday we'll get the announcement finally. Again, Lamine Yamal 3-year deal until 2026. Alejandro Balde, 4-year deal until 2028. Of course, Balde will be officially promoted to the first team and get the number 3. His salary will be around 100,000 euros per week. But again, Yamal, he signed his first professional contract, and again, he will be in the first team dynamics. This should have been official, I think, by the time the team came back from preseason tour, but it still hasn't been. And we've already renewed Fermin, Lopez, and Ter Stegen, but hopefully now these two very important renewals will be announced this Friday. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing, first, of course, is your thoughts on the signing of Joao Felix. Do you think it will happen or not? Do you want to sign him or not? Second, your thoughts on Giovani Lo Celso's deal falling through. Would you offer a permanent move for him? If not, would you trust either Fermin, Lopez, or go for another midfield target? Your thoughts on Abde's future. Do you think he'll end up staying by the end of the transfer window or not? And finally, your thoughts on the 3 main exits in the defense. You think one of them will leave, 2 of them, 3 of them, or God forbid none of them, because Lenglet's gotta go. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.